Here, if you please.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
What should I do? I could do... Would that I could spend all day.
This isn't much to go on. Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map. You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
It is no great shock to me.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway? Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Indeed. You are correct.
Need anything? What should I get up to today? There's on my seat. Maybe I'll give somehow like me.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
Friend, you've come at a good time. I was just hoping to speak with you. Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held in the palace of late? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's valorous deeds. However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties with her closest retainers. But therein lies our chance, for I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause, a man by the name of Patrick. Might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine that's the most prudent way to go about this. You have my thanks. I would handle this matter myself, but I am afraid I cannot attend the masquerades. Mother refuses to allow it. I will speak with a sentinel I trust and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue cape, I believe. Hopefully this information will be enough for you to seek him out. Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much, but any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. Mayhap 'twould be best to stay away from this figure, lest you attract unwanted notice. You should be going now, friend. You're not meant to be here in the first place.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not allowed in here.
Last night's scuffle. At this hour, on me to bear what
Wait for whatever happens here, anyhow.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Wonder if anyone would notice if I missed training.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master. Got to face it. No one's coming to my rescue. We shall await you here, Master.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Yes? Is there aught you would discuss? A letter, you say? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Let me think on this a moment. Another ale can't make my All I need's my help.
Not within four ever.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Always the same, day after day. Just how I like it.
I'd sooner stay out.
Off to market I go.
Does life
have meaning?
Always a
Or is all
fresh
people in
breeze blowing round here.
Dull days for us are a sign that all
Can't help but talk in a
Wait for the
whisper.
new equipment's coming.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
A welcome
was it I
respite
had
from all
planned
that
for the
hustle
morrow?
and bustle. Presume to confound me, do you?
dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
I find dressing for these occasions awfully tedious.
What's to be done about this?
I've little enough
Wait for
gold
the
to
new
spend.
equipment's coming.
Silence. Presume to confound me, do you? A fine place.
Well met. Is there aught I can do for you? You must have mistaken me for another.
What to do? Always the same, day after day. Just how I like it.
Perhaps I'll have a nap.
My
Spend the
head
noon
will roll.
in dreaming.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
I'd sooner stay out. and back.
Everyone changes after a few goblets of wine.
To be said.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon, behind closed doors, naturally.
Really now?
Boots lace?
This is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
Quiet at last.
Lost track of time.
sooner stay out of that than wait for new equipment to come.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm still waiting on that report.
I only pray my wife finishes without incident. Trolling is more tedious than it looks.
I lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Not much going on. Not sure I can handle this.
I wonder if it's too early for dinner. I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
I'd sooner stay out of
I'm not
that
risking my
where
life for
possible.
repetitions.
Seems my feet should always lead me here. I quite like it.
I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this. Follow me. We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we worked...
Have faith, and you shall...
Prevail.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? I can guide you there, if you wish.
Indeed, you are correct.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
'Tis a glorified errand we've been given, but we'd best see to it all the same.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off.
What is true peace?
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.